Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 6 of Crusader Kings 2 with the Monks and Mystics DLC. And we're still playing as a member of Lucifer's own. It's working out quite well for us at the moment. We're not too bothered about the iconoclasts, so that is fine. Honoured Conjurer offer. I hereby grant you permission to advance to the next rank within Lucifer's own. Fantastical. So we are now a priest. That gives us the ability... See, that gives us an extra +2 intrigue, but it's hidden from the world at large. So people cannot see that we're a member of Lucifer's own. We now have the power for dark divorce, so we can just kill off our wife if we decide we don't like her much. We have the dark healing power, which is also really, really nice. And we can invite disciples of Satan to court. I wonder if that just appears under intrigue. Can't quite see where... Yeah, invite disciple of Satan. So we could bring someone into our court if we wanted to. We've got a lot of money, you know. Let's go ahead and do the summer fair. Should make the peasants happy. We also need to get some more buildings built. We could definitely do with getting the keep. Let's make sure we keep Northampton growing as well. So let's go for the keep there also. And we're going to go ahead and use our CB on this guy. Now, you do have an alliance. You are a tributary of a petty king. This petty king, which I don't really give two hoots about. So I'm going to go ahead and declare a war on you. And I'm actually going to claim your province. I don't just want to... Do I want to call my allies in? I think maybe I should. I'm not going to call all of them in for now, because I don't know exactly how many has. But I'll just call some of them in. We'll raise the levies. We'll try and get everyone together in a roughly central spot. Hopefully he's not going to jump on them. When the alderman asked for permission for a summer fair, I could never have guessed I would regret it. After a high powder court held in front of my own bailiff, they sentenced one of my vassals to being drawn in a tumbler across the town square. I can't believe their imprudence. Wiglaf's opinion is changed, or they will regret this. Gives more local revolt risk. Yeah, we're not bothered about local revolt risk. Never for once, ever in this game, been bothered by peasant revolts. My faithful hunting dog has taken his last breath. A pyramid for Lucifer. Reduces local revolt risk, but costs us a bit of gold. Do you know what? We don't need to do that. We'll just bury him in the castle gardens. All of my people that I've called in are calling in. We did get defeated there, which was sort of expected. Let's go ahead and join up. I'm leading the combat here. I don't like leading combat because it's usually a good way of getting yourself killed when you don't want to. You're moving into York. Now you're moving in. No, you're sort of going... Right, you go and attack that army over there. Gain some prestige. Can I actually catch you? Or are you just going to constantly run away? No, we can actually engage your army. Fantastic. And that's a stat wipe. So let's just get everybody in there. Are we at war with anybody else directly? No, you didn't even get involved with it. So, saddle my horse. We're going off once more. I've recently noticed the pitiful state of my son. So that's William again. Call for the court physician. I saw a hairy star in the sky. I swear it to be true. 'Twas the colour of blood, I tell thee. It was the Lord God as if the Lord God himself was bleeding. It is an omen. I get Holy Comet. Do I want Holy Comet? What does that actually give me? Nothing particularly. Interesting. Voice of Satan is still hurting though. The Leviathan whispered to me and reminded me that there were those who had that did not deserve, and then there were those that more likely deserved so much more. So we gain the trait envious, which we lose some diplomacy and some liege opinion, but we do gain even more intrigue. So our intrigue's up to 16 now. It's quite a lot of intrigue there. We've gathered our followers and hunting dogs. Now, one thing I would like to do, which we are going to do here, actually, is I am going to... Oh, I can't summon a familiar. I need 500 dark power. We'll have to wait on that one then. And we've got this one. This is 100% siege already, so we're going to go ahead and offer peace and enforce demands. And we've gained ourselves an extra bit of land here. Title loss on succession. The county of Shropshire, which is this one. Now, why would that be lost on succession? We know about that because we did it. We know about that. I can hear someone sneaking around. This is another son. Teach him to be less nosy. Gain some prestige. Okay, let's go back and have a look at this. First thing we want to do is stand down the armies. So we'll get title loss on succession, the county of Shropshire. Now, we currently own this, and our heir is our son. We shouldn't be losing it. Now, we can hold this extra province. That's not impossible. But we do still have unlanded sons. So I think what I will do is I will grant you the landed title of the county of Shropshire. Include the lower titles. And off you go. So there we go. Now he is landed. Scouring the countryside for your prey, you come upon a lone rider. As you strike up conversation, he turns out that he also hunts the same great animal that you are after. His lack of success thus far seems to match yours, but he invites you to talk and share experiences. So, we don't want to be paranoid. It's better to hunt alone, or please join me at my court. Always nice to get some extra people in. So we've got this guy now. He has 22 martial score. Can we go ahead and change our marshal? You're a crap marshal. You're a powerful vassal, but stuff it. We are going to appoint this guy with his 22 martial score. You're our new marshal, sir. Go and train troops over there. Let's have a quick look and see. Yeah, he's going to hate me now. You already hate me. You are a powerful vassal. Do you have any sort of skill whatsoever? We could make you our chaplain. You wouldn't be a very good one, but we could still make you. You're 20. See, you're a good chaplain. Right, okay, let's do it this way. Let us... can't even make him a chaplain. Oh, it's because I've recently fired him. I should have just swapped positions. That's what I should have done. Oh, well, in that case, it doesn't really matter. Actually, was that the guy I fired? Not even certain now. Probably. Let's go ahead and give you an honorary title. We'll make you the cupbearer. He'll like me a little bit more. We should really be sucking up to him. And this guy... why do you hate me so much? You're a coward, fired from council, recently fired, raised levies, wants a seat on the council. Yeah, I won't be able to give you one for a while. Again, I'm not too concerned about that. So we're fabricating over here. We're going to try and take some more land. Start eating into our neighbours. Just have a quick look and make sure we've still got plenty of tributaries. Can we still not make this guy a tributary yet? No, which is weird. My lover just broke up with me. Apparently she was confronted by my suspicious wife and promised to stay away. Well, that's fine, I suppose. How would I live without my lover? That's fine. A son was born. To the other one. I should probably still keep naming these after Patreon supporters, although these kids are probably never going to see the throne. But next one on my list, which I have in front of me for once, is Hard Answer. Let's go ahead and pop you in there. We will acknowledge him as mine, but we are not going to legitimize him at this point. You have a lot of pacts. They're all non-aggression pacts. I could declare war on you to make you a... We could get a lot of tributaries here if we really wanted to. But I'm not necessarily convinced that that's the way we want to go. Vassal levies raised too long will go away in 5 months' time, so that's not terrible. A lot of kids... Oh, William. William died from the flu. See, I told you he'd die horribly. It's always what happens, basically. We still don't have that 500 power yet. According to your marshal, the peasants of Leicester have frequent troubles with highwaymen and wild beasts. They suggest constructing a series of outposts along the roads of Leicester. The peasantry would feel much safer, and it might even lead to more peasants moving to the county. Yeah, sure, go ahead and do that. Spend a tiny little bit of gold. Belphegor was wondering why I was always so busy. I am on top of the tree. I am top of the tree compared to the serfs, so why should I not take time to enjoy it? I lose the trait diligent. That is a shame. Diligent was a very, very good positive trait to have. So that was unfortunate. My wife is pregnant. We're certainly popping these kids out now, aren't we? So But we might try and grab Surrey, actually. My body may be sapless and infirm, but my mind is as healthy as ever. Gain the trait infirm. That's not particularly good. Can I use my dark healing upon myself? Lose 300 dark power. Let's do it. Though I may suffer for now, no earthly ailment is beyond the power of Satan. I am preparing a great ritual to cleanse my body and become like new. Satan may take, but Satan may give. After the ritual is finished, I can feel my strength returning to me, purging the weakness that has been holding my body in a vice. All will be as Satan desires. But actually, we lose a little bit of health there, and it didn't get rid of the infirm. So it doesn't actually count as an ailment. I mean, I am 52, I guess. Oh well, we'll hold on. Keep has been built in Northampton. I am still exploring this DLC, though. I mean, obviously, I'm not aware of all of the mechanics in it, but this is how you learn. You play through. You really have to do this with these Paradox games, because it's the only way you really find out what's going to happen. Militia training ground. Let's go for the Castle Town for more tax income. Leicester's not finished yet. As I sat and looked at the fish course, the fish spoke to me and reminded me that my neighbours' titles were rich and should be mine. Some more intrigue. Very good. The following titles will be lost upon succession. A son was born to us. We've got yet another son. Next on my list is Kenny Wilson, so we're going to go ahead and pop Kenny in there. So why are we potentially going to lose this? Let's have a look at the laws. People are actually voting for my vassal instead of voting for my son. Now that's unfortunate. We've got the Earl of Oxford, the Earl of Worcester, and the Earl of Lindsey. We could potentially try a demonic possession, particularly on the most powerful guy, who is the Earl of Worcester. Let's go for a demonic possession on him. It'll cost us 150 dark power, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. My nights are plagued by terrible nightmares featuring the vile Mayor Ad Ulhis of Pistoia, my rival brother in darkness. He howls and roars at me to the tune of infernal bagpipes. We've read this before, but it's somebody else this time. No, these just dreams are meaningless nonsense. You don't always want to go for that, because I have had one before where he killed off my wife, so you've got to be very careful. It could be that I'm using the powers of Lucifer's own too freely. People are becoming suspicious, but I enjoy them so. You can become as suspicious as you want, because you're going to be the guy that gets possessed. Though my last act of worship has been some time ago, I can still sense an inhuman touch upon my soul whenever I think about it. So we now become arbitrary, which is unfortunate. In the middle of the night, I seclude myself in the room I have meticulously prepared for tonight's black magic. With every step of the ritual completed, the air in the room grows more and more oppressing, until finally I sense I am about to unleash a being of terrible power upon an unsuspecting foe. Did it indeed work? What have you got going on there? Message about invite to plot. We would like you to... You want to kill my marshal? Decline. Did that work on you? Right, what have we got here? Capture and sacrifice a powerful ruler. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Did this not work on you? Let's unpause. So we've got to capture a powerful ruler. You're a king. Do you count as a powerful ruler? What does it count as a powerful ruler? Anybody with a title? You're a count. Have we got like a duke or something we can grab? Mind you, I guess these are dukes, aren't they? Petty kings. Recruit for Satan, form alliance, progress invasion, form defensive pact. What about if we grab somebody that doesn't... somebody else that doesn't like us? Actually, what about if we just straight up try and... Oh, you're a new... No, you're the original guy. How about if we attempt to abduct you then? And what was the mission? Was it to sacrifice the life of a powerful ruler? You're not really a powerful ruler, but having you disappear is not necessarily a bad thing. We'll put out the word. See what happens. Child lacks an education for... Oh, no, hang on. The ritual was a success. Or so it says. Exactly as planned. So he's now a loyal servant, apparently. Excellent. My wife has not been herself. Call for the court physician at once. I'm not too sure that I want to actually try and grab him now. We don't want to become chaste and get ourselves another lover. Well, we won't bring another lover back. No, we're not going to try and grab this guy now. Because we've actually made him like us a little bit. Title loss on succession still exists. So we still need to get people to vote for... Imagine if he goes... The Earl of Worcester. Who's voting for you? You are the Earl of Worcester. The Earl of Oxford and the Earl of Lindsey. I sat in contemplation of my life and wondered why it was that I wasn't getting my due. Then a voice whispered to me, I know it to be Lucifer, who told me that it was my right to have the throne higher than the clouds over the earth. We become proud. Excellent, another sin. So, we've got to be careful, because if we die at this point, then we essentially lose the throne. So maybe we do want to get rid of this guy. We are still trying to abduct him. So I think we do keep that going. In the meantime... So you're voting. You don't like me. What if I send you a gift? Full meat... Right, okay, let's try and capture him this time. And we've actually caught him. So, people are still voting for him, so I need to get rid of him. We can't afford to keep him around. So, let's go ahead and... it was completely like the wrong button and everything. It was prisoners that I wanted, so it is you. And we're going to go ahead and sacrifice to Satan. And... completes the mission. Okay, so basically anyone that's landed will count. And that should now mean that everybody is now voting for my son again, which is fine. So we don't have that title loss on succession. Good. That's the way we wanted that to play out. So that is fine. So this is definitely the danger of having that elective monarchy, is that if opinion sways away from you, they can vote somebody in who is not even a member of your dynasty. So at least with Gavelkind, yes, the realm may get split between all of your male heirs, but at least you generally still hang on to something, and it's usually the major title. So if you were an emperor with 3 kingdoms, you'd probably keep, well, you'd definitely keep the empire, and I think you keep your primary kingdom title, but your other 2 kingdoms could go to other sons. If you were a king and you held 3 duchy titles, you would keep the kingdom, you would keep the primary duchy title, but the other 2 duchies would go off to other sons. Likewise, if you're a duke and you own several counties, then you keep the duchy, you keep the primary county, and then the other counties would go off to other sons. The Marshal told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that it would improve the military. Adopt his ideas. It's only a little bit of gold. Gives us 100% military tech speed for a while. Let's go back to Leicester. We can build something else here. Let's go for the improvement to the castle town, some extra tax income. The servant dropped the meat, and the dogs immediately dove upon it. The waste angered me, but I held my temper. Then the voice whispered to me, as it so often has before, why do you accept this foolishness? We gain the trait wrath. We're getting a lot of the sins now. This should be really, really boosting up my points. Where are we? With 359. So we're not that far behind being second in line. How much dark power are we gaining? 9.5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14.5 per month. which is not terrible. Not terrible at all. I would like to do the summon familiar. That does require 500 points. Need 2,000 power to become... Oh, somebody died under suspicious circumstances. Who was that? Nobody that I actually care about, so why does it even tell me? The only thing I don't understand is this High Priest thing. Has 2,000 art power, must have been a priest rank for at least 3 years. Must allow... Lucifer's own must allow multiple characters to hold the next rank, which it doesn't. So, right, so there can only be one High Priest. So, unless that changes at some point, and I assume there must be a way of it changing, otherwise that option wouldn't be there. Lucifer's own must allow multiple characters to hold the next rank, and it doesn't. So I can never request to rank up. So I guess the only way to do it is to have the highest member score when the other guy dies off. The Rise of the Shear, well, we're not terribly bothered by that either. But that is probably a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.